Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making peach jam for the first time. I had gotten some peaches on sale at Smith's for 99 cents a pound and I turned them into this beautiful jam. Come along with me today as we whip this up. Alright, so the first thing I did was to peel and take the pit out of my peaches and dice them up really small. I believe this was about 8 cups of peaches. We'll go over that later, but I was a little bit shy. Someone had eaten one, so I used some of these canned peaches just to get me what I needed. And then I used this Sure-Jell pectin. I peeled them with the potato peeler and it worked great. Alright, so here I'm just showing you that I'm using the recipe that's in the Sure-Jell package, and for 3 pounds of peaches it says it will be 4 cups of finely chopped peaches, 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 5.5 cups of sugar. I am going to replace the lemon juice with the citric acid. I believe I ended up putting 1 whole teaspoon of citric acid. I use this half teaspoon, but I put 2 in it. And then I doubled this recipe. Instead of 4 cups, I have 8 cups of peaches, so I'm using 2 packages of Sure-Jell. If this is your first time making any jam, you may want to just make one batch. When I made my first batch of jam this year for the first time, I doubled it. It was strawberry and it did not turn out right, so you might think about that. I am adding just a pat of butter so it won't get foamy, and then I'm going to turn my burner on medium, and I'm going to let this cook down until the peaches are nice and soft. In this big canning pot, I put some water. I'm going to be sanitizing my jars before I can the jam. This is a pressure canner, and it came with this little rack on the bottom to keep your jars off the bottom of the pot. So here the peaches have been cooking for a while and they're starting to get a little bit softer. They're not quite ready for me to mash them up, but it's getting nice and thick. I've got these little, I think these are half pint jars. I didn't have quite enough. I ended up finding 1 more, and then I used 2 larger jars, but I like these little jars for jam because if the kids don't use a lot of it, you know, it's not sitting in the fridge forever. So I'm putting these in the warm water, and I'm going to let them boil for about 10 minutes just to sanitize them. They're already clean. I just want to sanitize them. I think I had 7 of those small jars and 2 of the larger jars. I ended up having leftovers still and just put it in the fridge. But anyway, these peaches have gotten pretty soft now, and I have just decided to use my potato masher to, mash them down to make the jam a little bit smoother. I didn't want big chunks of peaches in my jam. You can decide how chunky or how smooth you want your jam. You could even put it in the blender and make it really smooth, but I thought that with the peaches, I would like a little bit of chunks in there. So this looks pretty good to me. It's nice. It's a full boil now, so when I stir it, it's still boiling. Alright, this says for 4 cups of peaches, 5.5 cups of sugar. Well, since I doubled it, that would be 11 cups of sugar. So this is 10 cups, and it says right here on the package, do not reduce the sugar in recipe, since that will result in a set failures. Oh, I mean, my gosh, 11 cups of sugar. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add the last cup and put it in there. It's gonna be sweet. Okay, it's boiling really well. Oops, whoa, boiling a little too well. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Let's go back to our directions here. Bring to a full rolling boil, and then add sugar to fruit mixture in saucepan. Return to full rolling boil exactly 1 minute, stirring constantly. Remove from heat. Skim off any foam with metal spoon. It shouldn't have any foam because I put the butter in it. And then we're gonna ladle it into our jars that have been boiling, I would say for like 5 minutes, so probably 5 more minutes. Back there I have water heating up to put my lids and rings in, so I'll put those in there. They just have to be hot. Looks like I'll need a little bit more water. That's all right. Okay, let's add the sugar. Ooh. That is crazy, you guys. I hope this turns out because that's a lot of sugar to waste. Wow. My grandmother always said that canning jams and jellies called for a lot of sugar. She wasn't lying. All right, let me add some more water to that and get this mixed up, and I'll come back. All right, and this is what it looks like once the sugar has dissolved. It's already nice and thick. And I have my lids and my rings back there. My jars are sanitized, and as soon as this comes to a full rolling boil, I will be able to put it into my canning jars. So here I'm just showing you that when I stir it, it's still boiling, and that is a full boil. Oh, isn't that color beautiful? I was really happy with this peach jam. It made me very happy canning this up and having it on the pantry shelf. So you can see there's still like a few chunks in there, but I really enjoyed having the chunks. So I'm just going to sanitize my, what is this? This is a measuring cup. I think it's a half cup. I just put it in the hot water to make sure it was sanitized, just so everything was sanitized. And I did sanitize my little funnel there as well. And this was really difficult while I was holding my phone, but I'm just gonna ladle it into the jars. It's very thick, and it's very sticky, so I would say try not to get it on anything. I think these little jars hold 1 cup perfectly, so it's just a really nice size for the jam for our family. That way you don't get sick of it. You don't have a great big jar of jam in the fridge for a long time and then decide that you want a different flavor, but you have to finish the peach first. So I just filled all these jars up, and then I just took a paper towel and dipped it in that scalding hot water. And I cleaned off the rims of the jars. Oh yeah, it's hot. It's very hot. And there, I dipped the paper towel in the jam. I did not do this the best that it could be done, but I got it clean anyway. And then I'm gonna put my lid and my ring on it, and that's it. Then they will go back into the boiling water in the canner, and I will let them boil for 10 minutes in a water bath. I actually struggled with some of these rings. I have a lot of canning jars and rings from other things that I have done, and I find that it's harder to find the ball jars nowadays. So I have kind of switched over to the Kerr, and the ball rings don't fit on the Kerr jars. So this ring that I'm messing with there in the front, it was obviously made for a different jar, so I had to find another one, but that turned out perfectly. Then I'm going to fill the rest of these jars and just repeat wiping the rims. It's very important. Your lid won't seal if you have anything on the rim of your jars. So that's what I had left after I filled the jars that I had. And here I am just using this, actually I have no idea what this is called. It came in a canning kit that I had bought. I don't know its technical name, but you know, it helps you get the jars into the boiling water without scalding your fingertips. So there's that. So there they are, all in the boiling water. I'm gonna set my timer because it's already started boiling for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna take them out. And I actually have one other jar that I have to put in when these are done, but that's it. And here they are. They all sealed. We've eaten some that I had in the fridge. At first, they will still be kind of runny. I read that peach jam is one jam that takes the longest to set up, but it has gotten much thicker than this. So I hope you guys try this and enjoy.